Obviously we can't name this man, but it would be pretty easy to work out who it is. How long will that hold up? How long will it be before he is named?
Well, I have to say there are already names flying about online. This is something that is relatively known in Westminster. There was a lot of chit-chat yesterday in the Palace of Westminster, and pretty quickly a name was arrived upon. Now, of course, we can't say that name now for legal reasons, but I would not be surprised if that name did not come further into the public sphere in the coming days. This is clearly a serious situation and one that seems to have followed just a raft of similar situations over the last few weeks. It does start to feel like, even though these are historic offences, even though, or alleged offences, I should say, even though a number of the issues that have all come to fore in the last few weeks span 2 decades, it does seem that this is becoming a bit of a crunch point in Parliament. And it's interesting to look back to February 2016. MPs at that point changed the rules so that if a member was arrested, they could no longer be named. It used to be the case that as soon as a member was arrested for something like this, the name would become public. Well, since 2016, that has not been the case.
OK, at what point, though, does this stop being about sleaze and does this start to be about, serious questions about criminality from, it has to be said, a small number, but 2 by-elections being called, one as a result of indecent sexual activity with a minor, 15-year-old boy. Obviously, we heard about porn being watched in Parliament. It's not a good look. This isn't about bars being open in Westminster. It's deeper than that, isn't it?
Certainly, and none of the 3 incidents we're talking about now, as far as we know, are to do with bars in Westminster. This is to do with positions of authority, positions of trust, or positions of power. And really, it does seem that there is something about the way that these senior parts of our society work, whether it is politics or indeed whether it's the media, that sort of attract this sort of personality, and potentially that could be leading to some pretty dark places.